So when you're happy with that distant area, we once again need to flatten the image via Layer and Flatten Image. Okay, just a couple of things left to do here. I'd like to add a little sharpness to the image, but again I'm going to do that via a duplicate layer. So we'll make a duplicate copy of the background layer. We'll go to Enhance and on Sharp Mask. I've got my little preview there. Now I don't want to over sharpen this because we'll amplify the noise too much on this, but for a start I'm going to choose, I'll set my threshold value to around 5. I'm going to have 1 pixel for radius. As I say, we've actually got this this preview checkbox here. I think I can use quite a high amount on this, and I am going to just reduce the threshold to 3. If I click and hold my preview, I can see the degree of difference that's actually made. I'm going to return the threshold to 4 and just reduce the amount a little, so the sharpening is a little more subtle, and we'll click OK to apply that. Now the reason I've actually applied that sharpening to a duplicate layer is because I really want to restrict it to mainly the foreground, and in particular this building. So again we're going to use our layer masking trick for that. Again, adjustment layer, levels, make no adjustments, simply drag and drop the sharpened layer above that, and we'll go to layer and group with previous. I'm going to return to my layer mask and fill this with black to hide it completely. Now I can simply use my brush tool with white and a nice soft brush, and all I'm going to do here is I'm going to fairly roughly paint over the building with white so we can just reveal that sharpening effect around that area. As I say, I think if we just sharpen this building up a little, that will be sufficient. So I'll just paint over that area with white just to reveal that subtle sharpening. Okay, so let's flatten the image again. And finally, as you'll see as we've been working through this, with this being a scan from film, we've actually got quite a bit of colour noise in the image, and we can deal with that within Elements. We'll go to Filter and Noise and Reduce Noise, and we get this rather huge dialogue up on screen, but this is a very effective filter, and one that we really want to use at the end of the process to cancel out any noise. Now the strength slider mainly covers luminance noise, whereas the one we're particularly interested in here is the reduce colour noise slider. I'm actually going to reduce the preserve detail slider down to a very low level indeed. Okay, so I'm going to grab my reduce colour noise slider and I'm going to drag it up until the noise has been reduced to a suitable level. Do have to be a little careful with this slider that we don't actually desaturate the image too much, but we can use the preview before and after to check on progress, and I think somewhere around there is about ideal. I am going to introduce just a little luminance noise smoothing like so, and that's looking pretty good. I don't want to take that too far. I'll just increase the reduce colour noise a little as well. We'll leave the preserved details at that very low value. As you'll see, if I click and hold on the image, I can actually see the before and after, and that's made That's made quite a bit of difference to that, so we can simply click OK to apply that filter. So let's just zoom out of this, and you'll see from our start image we've actually made a huge difference to that image, and from a very poor old battered negative we've ended up with a rather polished picture. Okay, so have a look at the tutorial in this month's magazine as well. That'll give you quite a few more extra hints and tips, and I'll see you next time.